Going live. Hello, everybody. And my hair is a bloody mess. I look like Edward Scissorhands. You're probably wondering, there's too much light, man. I can't really focus, unfortunately, with this. So anyway, let's get straight into it, people. I'm gonna be talking about UFC Fight Night Vegas 9, Overeem versus Sakai, which happened yesterday night. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all. I enjoyed it perfectly. It was good. The reason I didn't do a preview show is because, quite frankly, the preview shows are not possible to do really nowadays because a fight can be cancelled even on the day of the fight, because COVID-19 just spoils it all. So having a preview show, it really becomes laborious, and I've been busy this week as well, so I never did a preview show about it. But was I right predominantly throughout the fight card? Yeah, I was right, majority. I knew Alistair Overeem was going to win it. He won in the fifth round TKO. 27 seconds into the round, he basically finished him off. He finished Sakai off. I knew he was going to do it. And look, okay, I did say that he may be on roids. That's probably why he's going to win it. And yeah, it could be that he's on roids because right now, USADA are not testing anybody. Apparently, who is the guy? Adesanya is going to face him. Why is it that I always forget names when I come on here? Adesanya, let's have a look. Paulo Costa, yeah. So Paulo Costa said he never got tested in Brazil, and it's understandable because USADA moving around trying to take urine of people are gonna get close and they can catch COVID-19 off anybody. So it's really at the present time it's probably a good time to do roids. But Overeem's physique didn't look like he was doing roids. As look at his stomach, it was kind of bulky. Obviously, it looked like a heavyweight. First round, he started off. It was a bit of a 10-10 round, but I gave it to Overeem on that one because he managed to land some leg kicks when he first came in with the flurry. He countered him very, very well. Sakai did, and then. But the problem was when he was getting pushed towards the cage, then Sakai was teeing off a little bit. But for the first round, he managed to keep the distance and in and out and land the right hand. He landed that very, very much so. Second round, unfortunately, I don't know what happened there with I don't know what happened with Sakai. Overeem. Overeem switched off. I think he didn't switch off. I think what he was doing was conserving his energy because he knew he's got 5 rounds and it's going to be difficult. It's a difficult. He's been in this position very, very much so quite often, and it's difficult, especially doing 5 rounds. You can't go out, guns blazing. You have to conserve your energy. So Augusto basically was teeing off on him on the cage, managed to push him up, knees, and punches to the body when he was up on the cage. He did that in that round and in the third round. So I gave them 2 rounds to Augusto, and then in the fourth round, it was kind of the same initially, and then but Alistair was basically like coming on a bit in terms of his jabbing and landing the right. And then he managed to take him down. He took him down once. Boom, 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 boom. Then he managed to do it again. And that was like it was basically like a cradle. He fell backwards and pushed him on the actual floor and then ground and pounded him. Fifth round, Actually, that was the third. Was that no, that the end of the third round? He managed to do that. Managed to cradle him down and full throttle ground and pound. Fourth round, he stood up a little bit, then eventually just went and did the same thing, cradled him down, then landed the bombs, almost finished him in that round. Then in the fifth round, he just grabbed him, took him down, bang, Donkey Konged him, and Herb Dean said, "Fight back, fight back." Augusto didn't fight back, and what happened is, well, that was it. That was the end of the road. And Alistair Overeem is back. He did take a lot of shots, so that's one of the good things about Alistair Overeem. You can definitely see he's not just a one-trick pony. He has developed defense. He can take a shot. He knows when to take a shot and when, and that's a difference now. I think against Stipe Miocic in the first fight, he saw an opening, but he went for the kill, and then I think his brain just went out the window. He wasn't playing it safe, and that's where he went wrong. He didn't play it safe. He saw the opening, tried to finish him, but in doing that, he got finished himself. And I think that's the thing with Alistair Overeem now. We've got a guy who is, more mature in his approach. He's taking his time. He's not overly committing when he needs to, picking his shots. When he was on top of him, he was picking his shots. It wasn't just a case of flurries. Almost got upkicked. So he was definitely picking his shots, and rightfully so. I'd expect him to do that. So as far as that fight is concerned, it was a good fight. But now, I think Derek Lewis was trash talking him, and I don't really want to see that for Alistair Overeem, because I think he will get knocked out, maybe, because that's the thing with will he be able to weather the storm against Derek Brunson? That's the thing. Will he be able to do that? I don't know. I think he will this time. Now I'm thinking about it. He will be able to weather the storm, and he will manage to finish the fight in the fourth or fifth round again, I think. The key thing is with Overeem is he's just a lot more careful. Doesn't manage to. His defense is a lot better. I think with the Black Beast, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but I don't think that fight is happening, is it? Because he's fighting another guy who's a takedown artist, a wrestler. The Black Beast is in December, so that fight is not going to happen. As far as the next fight for him, I'm not so sure. He's apparently has 47 fights. He's had 47 fights. He's been fighting for over 20 years in MMA, and wow, what a career! You do kind of want him to win the heavyweight championship once, you know what I mean, and then have his swan song, simply because it's he's been here for a long time, and you feel as though that's the most appropriate way for him to go out. I think he's definitely deserved it. He's definitely deserved it. I don't think he should fight like Francis Ngannou. That one punch, the punch of death, so to speak, from Francis Ngannou. Although the Black Beast, if he lands, he can do the punch of death also. So I think one more fight for him, and then a title shot. Who that will be against, I don't know. Maybe Junior Sanyas, maybe, or did he face him a few? He's faced him a few times, hasn't he? He did. He's beaten him twice. So I'm not so sure who he can face, really. But even John Jones, I don't think is appropriate. That fight would be good. That fight would be good if Alistair Overeem faced John Jones. They were apparently training partners. I think it would be good. The only thing I would say is that John hasn't got the knockout power. I think Alistair Overeem has the knockout power, but You know, he's not consistent, so that will be a good fight to see. I think the UFC should book that fight. But will that happen? Will that happen? Who knows? He said he wants to fight maybe towards. Oh, he doesn't care. He wants the actual rest now. That's what he said. He wanted to have a bit of a rest. I hope not. I don't blame him. He has been fighting regularly, consistently. I mean, sure, he's got beat a few times, but I think one more fight and then a title shot for him. For Sakai, I'm not so sure what is next for him. He can always come back eventually, you know. Now, performance of the night was given to Overeem St. Preux because, to be honest, I think Overeem St. Preux got the performance of the night, one of the performance of the night, simply because Michel Pereira basically was the fight prior to Overeem St. Preux, and after that fight, watching Michel Pereira, I felt like fighting. So I swear, I felt like, yeah, come on, I can do all these dance movement types of knockout stuff. You know what I mean? You felt like, yeah, fired up, man. And I think Overeem St. Preux came out in the same mindset. He had his southpaw stance, but Alonzo Minifield, I really don't know what his game plan was. I mean, sure, he needed to get close, but when he got close, he should have gone for the double and then gone for the strikes. But his distance management wasn't good at all, and I think that's where the problem lied. I think maybe he should have used some leg kicks to get in there, and then started opening up. And he did try that at the beginning of the first round, but then he just stopped doing that and moved. And Overeem St. Preux just kind of moved backwards. And then Overeem St. Preux just managed to time his punches and do like a one punch, you know, elevated his punches. He targeted the punches and basically, finished it. Alonzo Minifield ran into his straight left. That was just a clear KO. That was. It wasn't a TKO. It was a KO because he just landed it right on the actual side, and he walked into it. So when you're walking in, as well as, you've got, the force of the punch as well as the force of the forward movement is double power, so to speak, and that's how Alonzo Minifield got knocked out. I don't know what's going to be up for him. Over the same Prue, he did seem more confident, and I think he was because he saw Michel Pereira prior to his fight. Man, if the problem, what I've noticed with Overeem St. Preux is his confidence problem. He's always had the confidence problem. That's where he has failed, without a doubt. If he has that mindset of a killer, and he's gonna finish fights and do what he did, he could be lethal for a light heavyweight. And I think maybe John Jones going to heavyweight has been a blessing for him because he's thinking, whoa, I can go out and do whatever I like. Now, speaking of Michel Pereira, that was the second co-main event of the evening against Zelim Imadev. Oh my gosh, I was looking so forward to this fight. This guy is like a computer game character come true in reality. Seriously, the things that he could do, I just wish I could do all that. Breakdancing, doing a Superman punch off the cage, and then even not only that, but do the Showtime kick as well. He tried that. He's going for a strike. He's going for a Superman kick, but he misses with a Superman kick, so he goes for the knee. And he's saying, come on. And like, I'm going to slap you in the hand. And the moment he came up, bang, he slapped him with it. It was good. It was just great to watch because his timing is perfect. You can't believe he's a welterweight. Seriously, you just can't believe he's a welterweight. He is so talented, man. I wish I was that good. I wish I was that good, to be honest with you. That would be really good. But anyway, you're not. So, I mean, he managed to take him down in the end of the third round, he knocked him down. I can't remember what it was because he went for the kill right at the last minute, and then he managed to get him down. Then when he knocked him down, he went for the RNC, and he didn't have the RNC properly on him. But what's his name? Zaleem went to take his hand off him. The thing is, though, it looked like he was tapping. It wasn't a tap. I don't think it was a tap, but the referee called it a tap and gave him the victory. And Michel Pereira is called out for the BMF title, man. This BMF title thing, man, no one really, I think that's the thing. The BMF title is worth something now because the UFC Championship is kind of like a title where, you're fighting not to lose. You're not fighting to win, you're fighting not to lose. And with a BMF Championship, you're fighting to win and be in amazing fashion. And I think he's after Jorge Masvidal. And this guy is like, he's easy 6'3" or something. I don't even know. What is his stats? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, he's easy 6 foot tall. You know what I mean? And Michel Pereira was damn well good. But yeah, this guy is a threat at 170, man. The thing is now, the 170 division is stacked. We've got Chimaev. Chimaevs are going to be fighting Daniel Maia soon in Yaz Island. And not only that, but he's going to be fighting prior to that. So he's good in his visa now. He's going to fight someone in September. Then he's going to fight in October in Yaz Island. So Chimaev, good luck to him, man. But Michel Pereira, I don't know. He's going to have to. I don't know. He's good. It's good to watch. It's good to watch. Now, Andre Muniz versus Babajez Fabinsky. I'm not really sure what happened in that one. It was what happened with that fight is Andre Muniz no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Andre Muniz got the submission. He got the guillotine, and that was it, really. He got in. They got into a bit of a scuffle, and then he got the submission, and that was it. And the Brian Keller, it was the same thing. He got this submission straight away, got the guillotine, and it was locked perfectly under the neck, both arms in, got it big time. It was over. Vivian Araggio, this is Monta de la Rosa. Poor Monta de la Rosa. She was just trying to counter Vivian Araggio, and Vivian was basically, she was just like coming in, but was countering Montana. That's what she was doing. So although Montana was trying to counter, every time she was trying to counter, she got countered by Vivian, and then got her nose kind of bled, and then the leg kicks kind of messed her leg up. She just never had, and the corner never gave a good advice. They just said at the end of the third round, go out and fight like it is your last fight or type of thing like that. Go out and go for the kill. But you know what? You need to give some good instruction. I think what it was Montana. She should have just taken a few just to get in there. And I think that would have opened up the game for Vivian, because Vivian, I don't think she would have managed to do anything. I think she should have done some leg kicks. Montana should have done a few leg kicks instead of just keeping on her boxing. But instead of trying to counter, she should have been more on the offensive. She had a reach advantage. So she should have just used her reach, trying to reach and then time a good right hand. but she should have come in and, try a good leg kick herself and, try to break it down. Vivian was a smaller fighter, in height. So you'd think Montana basically kind of, the game plan was a bit wrong. Look, Vivian was a bit faster, but Montana could have definitely landed a lot more if she would have would have worked on her offensive striking as opposed to her counter striking. Cole Smith versus Hunter Azure, 3-round decision. That was a boring fight. And Hunter Azure won the fight. I personally thought that, that was the fight I was going on about. Azure basically knocked him down, Cole Smith down, with a good shot, good right shot to Cole Smith in the first round. And then he tried to finish him type of thing, but it wasn't the case of that. Cole Smith just, instead of trying to go for submissions off the bottom, he should have just got up straight away. And then I thought he won round 2. Round 3 as well, I thought he won that as well. But so I thought Cole Smith won that fight. But it is what is, as they say. I think that was it. I think that was the main card, and that was it. That was all that she wrote. Now, as far as any news which is happening, no, we do know that we've got Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal. 2. Am I excited for that? No, not really. It's not for me, man. It's just, what's the point? Nate Diaz is just going to get walloped again, big time. Actually, I'm not so sure. I think this time, like he said before, he had a quick turnaround from his previous fight that he beat Anthony Pettis against. And because of that, he couldn't last in terms of, he had a few injuries coming in apparently. But he came in and he did the business. But obviously, I think Jorge Masvidal is going to win that fight as well. That fight is going to be happening in January. And there's a reason for that, because he is, he's not going to be fighting on the same card as Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. That's official now. That is going to be a decent fight. Who do I think is going to win in that one? I've got to stick with Kamaru. I just think his wrestling is too strong. Gilbert, he's more his level of, he's got the speed advantage, but in terms of grappling advantage, it's more of a jiu-jitsu style. So it's not more takedown based, but he can land a lot more. The only thing that I would say about Kamaru is, if he can get taken down, I think it will be, if he can get taken down by Gilbert, it will be, then that will be the problem. That will be a huge problem, and I think Kamaru can lose badly. I think Kamaru can lose quite a bit. And the contenders that he's got at 170 now, we got Michel Pereira, Jorge Masvidal. If he has a rematch with him this time, he has a full proper camp, I think he could beat him. I really do. I mean, you could clearly see in his weight cut, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. That is for sure. Not only that, you've got Chimaev coming up as well. Now we're going to find out what type of a fight he is against Damian Maia. Is he going to slow down, or is he going to manage to finish it off? I do not know. Against Damian Maia, if he manages to finish Damian Maia, that is going to be crazy. I don't know who he is going to fight in September. That's going to be pretty damn good. Yeah, so that in itself will be good. Apparently, Brock Lesnar is a free agent. He is no longer signed to the WWE, and I think WWE do not need him at this present time, especially in the COVID, because, they don't have the crowds coming in. I don't think Brock Lesnar is going to be a draw in terms of ratings for which will bring a lot more income for the WWE. So I do feel as though right now WWE are not going to sign him. So, but they do want him, but I don't think they're going to sign him because they put Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is like has kind of taken the place of Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar now in this pandemic, I think essentially being a bad thing for him. Sure, he's gonna try to. Apparently, he's trying to go to Scott Coker and try fight Fedor. That'll be a good fight for him. I think he'll beat Fedor because just due to their size, I think his size is gonna be too much for Fedor to handle. Fedor is way past his prime, and I think he could win against him. But I think he's just teasing. He's just teasing fans. He is not going to come back and fight in the UFC. Although at this present time he can take drugs, like I'm saying, a lot of people may be taking steroids, especially what's his name, Vito Belfort. He's calling him out. He's he's known TRT. Vitor is known for TRT and his crazy comments, and he's having crazy comments at this present time as well. So Brock Lesnar, I just think he's teasing everybody. I don't think he is going to want to fight anybody in MMA. There's no doubt he's, I think, 43 or something like that. He's earned enough money. Unless he wants to win heavyweight gold, maybe he could do it in Scott Coker's avenue. Because what's his name? Ryan Bader was a champ. He's still a heavyweight champ. I mean, he lost his light heavyweight championship, but he didn't lose his heavyweight championship. So he could fight Ryan Bader, and that will be interesting to see as well. So, but will he do it? I don't think so. I think he's just going to re-sign with the WWE, but the WWE are not going to sign him right now because they don't need him. I really do think the WWE are not going to sign him. They're already in profit right now without Brock Lesnar, so they don't need anybody right now, and they're just trying to build stars up as well. So overall, Brock Lesnar is not going to be back. That's just my humble opinion. I definitely don't think he's going to be back. Apparently, Khabib he doesn't buy what George is saying. I read it, I think, on MMAfighting.com. Apparently, that he doesn't buy what George is saying. So that in itself, I don't buy either. I think George is going to want to fight Khabib after the Justin Gaethje fight. Against the Justin Gaethje fight, I do think Khabib's going to win that fight. I think he's going to do the same thing he did against Barbosa, which is basically just take it to him. Take the punches, take the hits, and then just take him down. I think that's his game plan, and I think that's going to be working for him. Especially when you see Justin Gaethje get wobbled with a head kick to the face. That just shows he's going a bit crazy. And now Israel Adesanya, apparently he's just gonna do a simple game plan for the Costa fight. Apparently he's just gonna be just touching him up, and stick and move. When he finds some opening, he's gonna capitalize on that. Don't forget he's gonna have the big cage for that. The thing is though, strikes per minute, Costa has a higher percentage rate, and I think slowly he will have to knock him out in the first and the second round. I don't think Adesanya is a lot more dangerous than it seems for Adesanya, but I feel as though Adesanya is definitely on another level in terms of his game planning, and because he's certainly learns from the Uriah Hall fight, where Uriah Hall basically just threw away his game plan in terms of working his jab, keeping distance, and then kind of went in close. I think Adesanya is just gonna move from distance. He's gonna kind of do the same thing that he did with um, who's the guy? Who's the guy? Who is he? The guy who he fought last. Not Borrachinha, not Paulo Costa. Who is he? Mm, you know, the guy. I love you. I love you. I love you, my girl. But he's very clever. He's that guy, but I can't remember his name. The bald guy, the wrestler. Very explosive fighter. So, yeah, I definitely think it's very simple. I think, to be honest, Paulo Costa lost his for the last fight against, who is he? Romero. Yeah, Romero. Against Romero, I thought he kind of lost the last fight. First round, he got knocked down as well as knocking him down. Third round, I gave it to Romero. So, whatever, whatever. Now, as far as John Jones is concerned, I definitely think he is not going to mess around. I really do think he is not going to mess around whatsoever. I think he is going to go straight for the title shot. I think what's going to happen is Stipe is going to fight someone, not someone, Ngannou, maybe at the beginning of the year, and then in Vegas next year, in July, I think he's going to fight John Jones for the title. I don't think he's going to mess around at all, and I don't think he should either. This is the heavyweights. If you mess around, make one mistake, it will be too much. I don't think John Jones and Brock Lesnar will happen. Brock's too clever. He wants an easy fight. He wants a fight where it won't just generate him money, but it will be a fight where he can, have the advantage. I don't think he's going to have a wrestling advantage over the John Jones, without a doubt. Because, number one, John's got the reach advantage. Sure, in terms of going for the double leg, Brock's got the advantage. John Jones is more of a guy who trips guys. And I feel as though John will win the fight. Because he doesn't, Brock doesn't go for knockout punches. So, for that reason, I would say John Jones is definitely going to fight for the title. And that's his move. That's his move. That's what his move is going to be. Now, as far as who else has been talking in the news? Tyron Woodley, my gosh, he was saying, you know what? These guys should thank me, Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, because after them, they were made. And it's true. It's true in a way. They were made by Tyron Woodley. I mean, to be honest, Usman, he did say, oh, what does it feel like? He sent a message, what does it feel like to have a belt? And obviously, Tyron replied, oh, he's great, yada, yada, yada. And then you find the guy, you're fighting the guy who's you're basically learning off. I don't really agree with that. You know what I mean? It's like fighting your teacher. Your teacher teaches you everything, and then you go and slap him in the face. It's kind of like, why? That's going to happen to you. And I think at this present time, I don't think it's going to be for Tyron Woodley though. I think him training with Jorge Masvidal is going to help him. Because Jorge needs wrestling, and Tyron needs his striking. Tyron's a guy who just likes to, wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and land that particular punch. He doesn't go in for the kill. He's just a counter fighter. He doesn't, initiate any attack. That's the problem with him. He doesn't initiate or try to finish the fight as such. Sure, he's finished fights, but he doesn't actually go for anything in particular. His style is very simple. He just move back, and then lands the actual punch. If an opportunity comes, then he'll go for the takedown, but he won't be reckless. He won't, initiate anything, initiate some striking. Although he maybe kind of tried to against Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert just walloped him because he started off the same flat-footed style, and then got taken down, and then he was knocked down. And I think I do think Tyron against Colby Covington. I can't believe that fight is actually happening. To be honest with you, I forgot that it was actually happening. But the fact that it's actually happening, I do still favor Colby due to his gas tank. I think Tyron Woodley's striking is good, but he's just like the one-hit wonder. He wants to land that one-hit big shot, and I think that's where his problem is going to lie. So for that reason, and that reason alone, I'm going to go with Colby Covington on that. Although we don't know. We have no idea whatsoever in terms of Colby's training. Where is he training? Who is he training with? Who are his training partners? Because quite frankly, he's throwing everybody under the bus. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about my lighting, etc. I guess maybe I should have done that. So, no, it's just weird. The lighting is pretty bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. So overall, we have got a lot which is happening. We've got some great fights. Anderson Silva's are going to be fighting as well, man. It is going to be his retirement fight. We're going to see if he is going to be the killer of old, or is he going to be a sparring master? And I think against Uriah Hall, I think he's going to beat Uriah Hall without a doubt. I think Uriah Hall mentally is not strong in terms of like knowing when to. He's just not mentally strong, I feel, in terms of his approach. I think if he was getting trained by Chael Sonnen again, I think he would win a lot. But I think it's a shame. It's a shame for Uriah Hall. He could have been great, and he is great in his natural ability. It's just mentally when he needs to pull the trigger and when he needs not to pull the trigger and when he needs to follow a particular game plan, he doesn't adhere to that. And because of that, he's not consistent, although he's shown a lot of glimmer of greatness. But with Anderson, he's mentally strong. That's one thing for sure. Definitely got the ability to finish. I hope it's not Anderson's last fight, man. I hope it's not Anderson's last fight. He's a dangerous cat. We're going to have some great fights coming soon. I'll talk about that more some other time. Thank you for viewing this, everybody. Whoever will be watching this, I very much appreciate it. Sorry about my lighting. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and share with everybody. I need to get this channel growing without a shadow of a doubt. So please help me. Thank you.